injured here. 2v2. Desert Showdown, blue team. K.A.F is a plague champion. Starts off range combat with a damage. Overtime bolter can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but is very slow. Alongside Qwest as a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support. Fights in melee combat, begins with a refractor field. This is the Death Core of Krieg DLC. Red team, no idea how to say this. Hachbubuch, maybe? We'll go with that. As a Farseer, support commander that fights in melee combat. Awesome buffs, debuffs, and some strong control abilities too. Rounding us off here, Mowgli is a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt, and support with buffs. This is the Blood Angels elite scheme. What we got then? Sentinel for Qwest after a double guardsman, just CSM up for K.A.F. No second heritage squad then. Most likely going straight into Havocs or something. And double dire Avengers for Hachbubuch. Maybe we'll just say Huck. Lots of pew pew. Some Marines for Mowgli. Going for that natural power. Kind of awkwardly placed. Can be hard to defend those central powers over there. These guys are standing out of cover getting shot to pieces. That was a bit sloppy there from the Eldar player. The Farseer though is chasing down the plague champion, who starts with quite pathetic melee damage. And obviously can't fire his ranged weapon when he's getting tied up like that. Got a bit sloppy there on those double dire Avengers. CSM able to stand in cover and outshoot both of those guys. Shotgun blast there on the Lord Commissar. Force commander's chasing him around, knocks him down in fact with his battle cry special. Taking a hell of a lot of damage, this Commissar. Does he get out of there? Oh, if that wasn't a special attack, he might have finished him off. But as it turns out, it was a very good stomp by the Sentinel. Gets the Space Marines off the field, and now power being bashed by double guardsman and Sentinel. He should be able to get that node down, maybe even decap. Full power here. Meanwhile, just a node, and they're building gens in the center first. The blue team, which is odd to see. They do get the node. Shuriken on the field now for Hachbubuch, and Rangers on the way. That's going to be annoying for the Plague Champion, because Rangers do quite a lot of damage to enemy heroes and they can get knocked over and that kind of thing. Here are the Havocs though. Going to set up in a pretty good place. Not sure what these guys are up to. I thought they were trying to get close for a grenade, but they don't actually have their aspect, so he just gets caught and forced off. Blue team kind of stacking up on this contested victory point here. Got some Nurgly worship too. Whole bunch of heavy cover to use. Tank traps always heavy cover. So are these sandbag walls. 478, 490 early on. 2-to-1 cap. Catachans on the way for Qwest. And some Noise Marines for K.A.F. Here are the Rangers. Sniper infantry can disrupt from range. Also supports pretty well with, there we go, hollow fields. This thing also, yeah, increases the damage of the long rifle by 25%, which isn't bad. And adds splash damage to kinetic pulse. That's pretty cool. Get a lot of benefits from that upgrade, which is the case for a lot of those Eldar infantry upgrades that they get. Tons of nice benefits, all the aspects and that kind of thing. So forcing K.A.F off here. The Noise Marines are back in play, but might be able to decap at least. Aspect up now for these Dire Avengers, and the others, no. Left without. Farseer now capping duty. These guys are not capping anything. Come on, fellas. Scouts are going to do so, I think. There we go. Not sure what Mowgli's waiting for. Waiting to see where the Imperial Guard go, I guess. They're going straight for the power. Should have been a little bit more proactive there, I think, Mowgli. Go against your enemy's power, forces them to defend it, rather than getting your own power hit. Rangers getting way too close to blue team there. Do get away barely. Shuriken need to run away here. They can't take in all that. There we go. Bile Spewer on the field for the Plague Champion. Fantastic weapon. Could go after the power with it too right here. Scouts on capping duty. More. They have their shotguns and Sergeant. Sentinel might get caught, but he's seen it. He's spotted the devs and gets away. Lord Commissar with no war gear and not a shred of XP either. It is hard to kill those Space Marine models. Even Scouts played well with their mobility, can be hard to get models off. Rangers getting shots here. And they do more damage now. I believe they do 75 per hit now, which is the exact amount of health that heretics have unupgraded at level 1. So a bit more painful for those guys, I guess. Lord Commissar getting caught. Aura of Discipline goes up. But hard to get around the devs like that. Needs to take this long way around here. Sentinel, what are you up to, fella? Double Devastators for Mowgli. Artillery spotters on the field for Qwest. Smoke does its job, but can he peel a model off those Devastators before they start firing? He can't. There's a disruption for Catachans. Doesn't want to run in though because there's still Devastators set up here. Did get a model though, I think. Yes, Tactical Marines lost a model in fact. Scouts also dropping a couple. He's keeping the pressure up on this power. Where's the Force Commander himself? All the way back here. Oh, disrupted like 3 or 4 squads with that mortar shell. I think 3. Lord Commissar has found some Devastators. Got caught out of position trying to get closer. And now he can decap the VP. Was patient there, Qwest, and it paid off. Didn't go rushing in just because he disrupted one of the Devastators. Played it well, I think. Suppression on the Farseer is just standing, taking his shots. Goes down. That was sloppy there from Hachbubuch, obviously looking at this west side. CSM getting into melee with the Shuriken Cannon. Eternal War upgrade purchased, giving them 20% more ranged and melee damage. Pretty solid upgrade for those guys. 15 power to purchase in tier 1. Rangers getting stuck into melee. Certainly looks like a power sword. I don't think they have power melee damage. 299, 490 on the VPs. It's a double cap for red team. Sizable VP lead, but here we see some Plague Champion Power Bash. Can he finish it though? He's by himself now. This Guardian Weapon team is so low. If something comes from the north, they'll be in trouble. But let's go off the field now. Level 2 Plague Champion, almost level 3. Also tier 2 for all players apart from K.A.F. Farseer looks like she has the Doombringer up. But there's that Bilious Discharge. It's a nice ability. Oh, Heretics catching things in retreat. Got another Ranger. Tier 2 for everyone now. I think Mowgli will be the first to get there. Heretics need to tie these guys up. Havoc setting up. This could be a good amount of pressure here. I don't know if he can defend against this. Battle Spirit doing its thing, covered by Havocs. Good way to bash power, it turns out. What is capping? CSM capping now on their way to join, and Noise Marines here too, in case that Biosphere wasn't enough. Look at the power bash there. Nothing you can do really. Rangers can't disrupt everything. Havoc's now suppressing everything too. Might be able to get a model. He's trying to take out that model with the heavy bolter, of course. Maybe it would have been better to try and get close enough for a grenade under that infiltration there. Maybe they were on cooldown or something. 215 to 490. Pretty devastating power bash, and he's going to actually take the node, cap it, I think. Force Commander coming over to revive. No war gear. Lord Commissar gets his flak jacket on the way. Whirlwind for Mowgli, the only tier 2 unit on the field so far. Well, it's not on the field yet. So nice grenade, very nice grenade. Takes out one model off those CSM. Can't get the revive though. Was disrupted by the Noise Marines and their cacophony. Could see some retreat grenades here from the Dire Avengers. Nicely done. Actually hit one of their own models, but they did take out a Noise Marine too. Probably worth it, I guess. Uh oh, gonna get caught by the Havocs. Needs some Wraith Guard up, I think. Mr. Hachbubuch. Or just a Wraith Lord to charge in and smack things around. Double cap for blue now. Nice spotter shell. Oh, what was that? Oh, that's the Whirlwind doing its thing. Here it is. Look at that range. Awesome disruption, but not the most reliable disruption. It's not very accurate, and it needs to be still to fire. But doing a good job here. It does do some damage, not a huge amount. and won't affect allied units, which is key. Doing a good job here. Nothing really to back it up with some damage though. Kicking off around this contested victory point. That is doom on those Noise Marines getting in there and using their cacophony. Very risky play. Noxious Cloud here from K.A.F. Might get that shuriken off the field if nothing else. Needs to control it though. There we go. Keep it moving, keep it moving. I think maybe he had a chance to whack that thing out if he was a little bit quicker getting it moving and keeping it moving there. Might have been able to get rid of that shuriken altogether. Dire Avengers will live here. 2 models. 5 on the other. Have their Exarch leaders now, I believe. I think. One of them does anyway. Expect the Space Marines to be a little bit more aggressive against Imperial Guard, but Commissar really is a threat. He's got a little bit of XP now too. I don't remember the last time seeing a hero of so little XP in like halfway through tier 2. Plague Marines on the chosen Plague Marines for K.A.F. Getting all the way into the HQ here. Is Qwest. He's got the power decapped over here. Maybe a little bit too hasty in his push. Not sure what he was going after specifically. Don't think it was quite needed to push in there. Maybe go set up on the enemy victory point instead. Force Commander gets a knockback and runs. Lord Commissar does not have a weapon upgrade, so it isn't a huge threat to the Force Commander. Tactical Marines with their Sergeant. Could see Stern Guard veterans at some point. Katashin is being used pretty well. But might need to run away here. There we go. Look at those missiles from the Sentinel. Pretty powerful. Nothing out from the Eldar in tier 2. Trying to defend their power. Plague Champions level 4 Stern Guard veterans hitting the field for Mowgli, and tier 3 for Qwest. Could get a Lehman Russ pretty soon, I think, as well, upon getting tier 3. As long as he doesn't lose a bunch of stuff. Power's going to be bashed again, I think. Rangers going to need to be careful. Going to lose them. Does lose them. Sloppy there. Farseer is back to her feet. I guess she was repurchased. I'm not actually sure. Getting her rune armor up and taking tons of damage. Need to run away. Here are the chosen Plague Marines. Unique to the Plague Champion with some power melee damage over time. Very, very tough. Explode on death. All that good stuff. Noxious Cloud. Nasty. Ouch. Lots and lots of pain. That was that Spirit Stone's heal? It was. Might have saved a few models there too. Picking off on the east. Sentinel lives. Yep. Double cap here for blue. 215 to 303. Tier 3 now for K.A.F. Qwest is well in. Needs a bit more power before he can get Lehman Russ up, which you suspect is what he's going for. Could go double Kasrkin. Mirror Stern Guard. Right here. Have Hellfire rounds loaded in, but they're being tied up by the Lord Commissar. Can he get a model off him? Not quite. And might need to run away. He does have that VP decap now. Mowgli under some serious pressure on that east side. And here we see the Fist of Brockus on the way. Very, very expensive, but also incredibly powerful. If you don't focus down that Lord Commissar, giving immunity to all of his own infantry around him. Talk about pressure, also got some on the west side. Blue team doing pretty well, it feels like. Almost tier 3 for K.A.F. Qwest is floating. Lehman Russes are quite expensive these days though, because they have a whole bunch of health and no longer have their damage resistance, the natural damage resistance that they had, which was a little bit weird and not really communicated very well to the player. Better now that they have more health, I think. Those Marines trying to harass power here. Going to be forced off of it though, I think. Might be some nasty retreat grenades too. I think he's going for it. Not quite. Doom was on them too, so that would have been very, very nasty. There's Billy's discharge on the Rangers. Messy engagement. We'll see who retreats first. It is K.A.F. That would have been a very good place to have some blight grenades handy, I think. Catachin's being knocked over. Now they're capping. It's a whirlwind doing that, I guess. Can they cap with that thing there? It's going to be tough. Sentinel is still around and you haven't leveled yet, Mr. Sentinel. Plasma Devastator's on the field here for Mowgli. And he goes tier 3. Qwest is now definitely floating. He's going for the Baneblade, I guess. There's a revive attempt. There we go for the Farseer. Gets her up close to level 4. Force 1 is still level 1, no Wargit. Baneblade is on the way for Qwest. There we go. Mowgli's going to have to get at least one last cannon, you would think. There is a Hunter Killer Missile on a Whirlwind, but that's like a kind of one-shot deal kind of thing. More pressure on this power. Autark is in play. But otherwise, hasn't really been able to get going in tier 2. The Eldar player here. Havoc's coming in now. Chosen Plague Marines will be suppressed, but they're not too bothered. Double grenades, though, is quite bothersome, but that might be some friendly fire taking out that shuriken there. Not sure why I didn't get it moving a little bit quicker. Has misplayed a few times over here. Hachbubuch. Could be his first time playing Eldar, we don't know. Chosen Plague Marines getting mashed up a little bit here, down to 2 models. There's a Spirit Stone's heal. Everything suppressed by the Havocs. Very messy engagement again. Chosen Plague Marines in no rush to retreat because they know when one of them explodes they're going to heal, I guess. But it looks like he doesn't want to lose another and does get out of it. Autark jumping in. Just that little passive jump into combat as you saw, but there's a big delay before she actually jumps. Not sure what's up with that. So that builds up that jump for a good second before she leaps in. That little passive one. Baneblade is on the field. Here it is. Super tank bristling with guns. And bad news for anything. Has he seen it now? He's seen it now. Wraith Guard on the way for Hachbubuch. Better late than never, I suppose. And a Phobos, Land Raider Phobos coming out for K.A.F. Here we see another Terminator Force Commander in 272. Very popular choice right now with its cost reduction. I believe it's like 85 power or something. Used to be a full 100, maybe even more than that at one point. Get a whole lot for your money. Crap ton of hit points, teleporter, suppression immunity, lots of piercing damage, and heavy melee power fist. Down goes that Lord Commissar. That was a very strange sync kill type thing. Trying to put some pressure on this Baneblade now. It's taking shots, this is sure. Does he have a las cannon? He does have a las cannon now. Happy to push forward with the Baneblade. Wants to go after the Whirlwind perhaps, but gives up the chase. West side, Eldar on the VP. Here's the Land Raider Phobos. Sides mounted las cannons and a twin linked heavy bolter on top. Wraith Guard though will do a hell of a lot of damage to it. Big old target to hit. And these guys will hit like a truck, especially, there we go, with guide buff on them. That's the default ability of the Farseer, giving 30% more damage and 30% more range, I think it is. Not sure why they are trying to shoot the naturally spread out heretics worshipping there. I guess they didn't want to commit to any kind of push. Lord Commissar still down. See if the Plague Champion comes over to attempt a revive. Might be tough though with that Whirlwind and Plasma Cannon there. There's the Basilisk Flare. Las Cannon trying to get shots. Force one to leads a charge. Stone Guard Veterans taking hits though. Hellfire rounds loaded in. And they dropped a model there. Oh, Lord Commissar's back to his feet. The Plague Champion did come over. He's level 6 now. Force Commander soaking up so much damage. And he can retreat, remember, in this Terminator armor. Took a direct hit from a crack missile there, I think, from the Sentinel. And eventually runs away. Caused so much problems. K.A.F floating resources like crazy. Get a tank up, I think. Here comes the Phobos. Getting very, very close. There's that Dirgecaster too. An awesome ability and everything comes in behind it. 66 to 155. Red team have the VPs. Yep, not okay. The Eldar is not okay. Autark jumping in. Oh, she has her fusion gun. But just took a las cannon to the jawbone. Oh, the Psychic Storm thing kind of missed a little bit there. Really powerful ability, that thing. Chosen Plague Marine's been a massive pain in the arse. Perfect thing to run in on Wraith Guard, I guess. Can take a lot of punishment and then do some decent damage when they get in there. They don't have a melee charge. But other than that, doing some good work. As I say that though, Doom on them, taking tons of damage. They couldn't withstand all of it. Can they get out of there okay? They might not. No, they go down. Loses his Chosen Plague Marines. Here comes some support from Mowgli. What just happened? Like something teleported away there. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, it was these guys. Terminator's teleporting over to the VP. Oh, Chaos Terminator's in play. With Lightning Claws. Can go after these Loyalist Terminators with their Heavy Flamer and rip them apart. Now we might see the game shift to this fight over the contested VP now. Blue team needs some VPs, that's for sure. Only 54 remaining against 130. Tier 3 now for Hachbubuch. Very late going. But has tons of red. So that's a big threat to the Baneblade that we can get that nuke off. Webway's here. Chaos Terminators are here. Just got hit by the time field, I think. But that's a dead Webway. None Shall Fall is up. What do you have? Oh, you have a assault cannon, Mr. Force Commander. Down to 30 victory points is blue team. Terminators don't like las cannons, so they are backing the hell away. That Whirlwind is still around. Plague Champion getting his icon of Nurgle and also has Armor of Pestilence. I wonder if that means he's getting the fist as well for some awesome capping power. Not sure why the Autark jumped over there, or what she's doing now. Some very strange Autark movements. But now everything's shooting the crap out of these Terminators with Doom on them. They get inside the Phobos, okay. Oh, Vengeance rounds loaded in on the Stone Guard veterans. Recently buffed in damage in 2.7.1, I think. Ouch. Wow. One shot taking 2 models off those guys. Force Commanders coming out of base now. Where are the other Terminators at? Did they die? Surely they didn't. I don't know where they are. Are they just standing over here? Oh, there they are. 25 to 104. It's going to be a pretty frantic ending, I think. Plague Fist is now up on the Plague Champion. Eldar pushing in. Lord Commissar's there. Not sure what the heretics are worshipping so close to death for. I guess they wanted to support those Terminators as they ran in. Look at them ripping through those Wraith Guard. Great purchase by K.A.F, I think. Baneblade's lost a lot of health. Looks like that's a medical bunker over there. No repairs from the guardsmen. They are focusing on shooting right now. Plasma Cannon gets a direct hit on the Sentinel. There it is. Here comes the Plague Champion. Big hits there from that plasma pistol. Level 8 this guy, up to 1556 hit points with the awesome defensive power of the Pestilent Strike too. Uh-oh. Loyalist Terminators might die here. Oh, teleport is on cooldown and they do get away. Really is taking a hell of a lot of punishment, that Terminator Force Commander. 25 to 90. Baneblade lives. I think the the Whirlwind must have gone down somewhere. Not sure if it was on screen. Dirtscaster. Is that Seer Council? It is Seer Council. That's a risky fight against Terminators. Maybe with buffs and debuffs they can win it, but still very, very risky. No Dark Creepers from Hachbubuch. Seer Council got dealt with there. Well, here's the Autarch. Jumping in against Mark of Corner CSM. Level 4 Mark of Corner CSM. Up over 2,000 hit points. Almost 2,200 in fact. It's not bad. The VP counter is stopped on 2 for the blue team. And they're going to get a 2-to-1. Need to be very diligent in the defense of these two VPs now. I don't know if they can afford to send anything over here. Maybe the Catechins. Send them over to try and decap over there. For a double, for a quick double. Lehman Russ on the way now for Qwest. Terminator is reinforcing. 25 power to reinforce those guys. I believe it's still 50 power to reinforce the Chaos Terminators. Ouch. Painful shot on the Heretics over there. Baneblade is fully repaired up, I think. We have Chaos Terminators and Mark of Corner CSM and Havocs all defending that victory point. Farseer is down, going to get revived right here. Terminator Force Commander can't level up. He can't get more than those 2,500 hit points he has. I wonder how much melee skill he has in this Terminator armor, since he can't level up and improve it that way. Plague Champion level 9. Up over 1,600 hit points. Not sure why he went for the Assault Cannon. Seems like the Heavy Flamer will be doing a hell of a lot of work to those blobs of guardsmen with their plasma guns. Here we see the Eldar pushing in. Autarch tying up those Havoc models. And this is a dicey fight. Doom down on the Terminators there. They're taking a hell of a lot of damage, just a short. Rangers barely get away, I think. Yes, they do. And Seer Council on capping duty. We'll see if they're able to finish it, though, because that's Mark of Corner CSM and Terminators to fight. Now kicking off over here, but it's a single cap for red. And they win it. I wasn't even paying attention to this VP. I guess that's all they needed to get 2 decaps, right? Because they had the single from their natural over here. And that was it. Blue team could not quite hold on. So hard to do so when all they need are decaps and they have like Terminators and stuff to do so. Awesome fight though. Lehman Russ was in play and Nick couldn't help either. So the Council doing some work at the end then. Look at these heroes into the game. Plague Champion didn't quite get level 10. He's down at the end. Probably trying to get these guys off the cap, I guess. Level 2 Lord Commissar with Emperor's Wrath, Flak Jacket and the Fist of Brockus. Level 5 Farseer with Armor of the Assyrian at the end, Doombringer and Spirit Stones, and of course the Terminator Force Commander in amongst the flames at the end of the game here. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you next time.